Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to Apollo Micro Systems Q1FY27 earnings conference call hosted by ICICI Securities Ltd. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star and then zero on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Vikash Singh with ICICI Securities Ltd. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. A warm welcome to Q1FY27 Apollo Micro Systems result. Thank you for joining on this Saturday. Before we start the call, I just like to give a short disclaimer regarding the forward-looking statement, which we are completely based on our belief, opinion, and expectation of the management. These statements should not guarantee a future performance because it involves many unforeseen risks and uncertainties. From the ICICI Securities, we like to also thank management for giving us the opportunity to host them. From the management side, we have Mr. Karunakaran, Managing Director, Mr. Krishna Sai Kumar Adepelle, Full-Time Director Operations, and Mr. Sudarshan Chiluvedu, CFO. Without taking any more time, I'll hand over to the management for their opening remarks. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, ICICI Securities, and also to all our shareholders. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being with us today. It's always a privilege to engage with our valued investors and provide updates on our performance, strategy, and future outlook. I am pleased to share that we have closed the best June quarter in our history, delivering highest standalone revenue of 156 crores, EBITDA, other income of around 48 crores, PAT of 28 crores, along with highest ever EBITDA and PAT margins of 31% and 18% respectively. These results reflect the strength of our execution, the discipline of our operations, and our continued focus on indigenization and building an Atmanirbhar Bharat. We are encouraged by this momentum and remain firmly focused on delivering sustainable growth and long-term value. I trust you have had the opportunity to review our financial results, shareholder letter, press release, tear sheet, and investor presentation. This marks our first interaction of fiscal year 2027. We begin the year with a milestone that reinforces our commitment to innovation, technology leadership, and shared growth. We have entered into a definitive agreement to acquire 41.33% promoter stake in Premier Explosives Limited for approximately 1550 crores through an all-cash transaction, marking a significant step in strengthening our presence across the defense manufacturing ecosystem. With this acquisition, we have a presence across the entire missile and guided weapon value chain. Another significant milestone was the successful handover of our indigenously designed and developed safety and detonation device to the Indian Navy, marking an important step in translating our in-house technology into operational defense capability. With 100% indigenous content, the SDD strengthens our potential across MRO and future weapon and missile programs, while offering significant cost savings and reducing import dependence. We are also making a meaningful progress in autonomous underwater capabilities. We have received a Make-2 prototype sanction order from Indian Navy for the development of Savior anti-submarine warfare system, our semi-submersible autonomous vessel designed for intelligence operations and reconnaissance. The program strengthens our position in an autonomous maritime system and opens the door to next-generation capabilities in underwater surveillance, intelligence, and anti-submarine warfare. Finally, we are also encouraged by the Indian Air Force as a prime development agency for IPREC program under the Make-2 category of DAP 2020. We see this as a strong recognition of our indigenous design and development capability and an important opportunity to contribute to the advanced precision capabilities for the Indian Air Force. This system is primarily a conversion system of a dumb bomb into a precision range extension as well as a precision, a guided bomb. Taken together, these developments demonstrate the growing breadth of our capabilities across the Indian Air Force, Navy, with a strong entry into autonomous technology under Make-2 category. As we expand into indigenous product development, autonomous systems, and precision defense technologies, we are building a broader technological portfolio that enables us to serve a larger role in India's journey towards a stronger and more self-reliant defense ecosystem. Before moving to our Q1 FY27 performance, I would like to highlight that in the defense industry, year-on-year performance is a more meaningful measure than quarter-on-quarter performance. Given the long procurement cycles and milestone-based execution of defense contracts, revenue recognition can be uneven across quarters. Therefore, quarterly fluctuations should be viewed in context and may not necessarily reflect the underlying business momentum. At a consolidated level, our top line for Q1 FY27 stood at 251 crores, registering a strong year-on-year growth of 88% compared to 134 crores in Q1 FY26. EBITDA, excluding other income, grew significantly by 31% to 54 crores in Q1 FY27 as against 41 crores in FY26 first quarter. A similar growth trajectory was reflected in PAT, which increased by 43% to 25 crores in Q1 FY27 compared to 18 crores in Q1 FY26. At the standalone level, we delivered 17% YOY growth in revenue, reaching 156 crores in Q1 FY27 compared to 134 crores in Q1 FY26. PAT outpaced top line, increased by 43% to 28 crores compared with 19 crores in the same quarter last year. This is our highest ever PAT for a June quarter with a recorded PAT margin of 18%. I would now like to briefly update you on our order book position. As of August 8, our standalone order book stood at 1,224 crores, while our consolidated order book stood at 1,704 crores, which includes an order book of 480 crores at Ideal Explosives Limited, reflecting a healthy and robust orders across the group. Thank you for your continued trust and support. We now look forward to addressing your questions.
Thank you very much. We will now begin with the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and then one on their touchtone phone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and then two. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. Again, to register for a question, please press star and one. Your first question comes from the line of Amit Dixit with Goldman Sachs. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Good evening, everyone, and thanks for the opportunity. First of all, congratulations for a good set of numbers and some of the great achievements in the quarter. So two questions from my side. The first one is essentially the Premier Explosives. The acquisition, of course, I understand that it adds new dimensions in our journey and capabilities. So just wanted your thoughts on how we are going to take it forward, what kind of synergies we see. Of course, you mentioned the complete missile system is now, we can do it, but how we are looking to further, I would say, increase the capabilities and the shared capabilities, basically, of Premier and Apollo. That is my first question.
Okay, you will ask the next question as well, Amit?
Yeah, sure. The next question is that there have been some orders from HAL in the recent times. For instance, they have given orders for Uttam AESA components of Uttam radar to Astra Microwave. There have been orders to BDL. So whether we also expect some orders from HAL or the related agency for Tejas Mark 1A. And the B part is that what is your expectations about our part of QRSN order?
Okay. Thanks, Amit. Thanks for joining the call.
So I explain about this acquisition of a Premier this thing, and I will explain about QRSN and the things. Okay.
Yeah. Yes, sir. So, thank you, Amit. So, primarily, see, as you rightly understood and also pointed out a point that, the acquisition of the Premier is primarily for, as a part of our, backward integration as well as forward integration for us. As we have been quite vocal all the time, and that we have a very strong presence in the weapon system electronics, and we are part of every indigenous weapon of the country, and we are also parallelly developing our own independent rockets, both guided as well as unguided rockets, for which the weapon system electronics, right from the fuse part to seeker part to up to actuations of the fin, the entire range of technologicals which form part of a weapon, we are already having a very strong presence actually. As far as the propulsion systems are concerned, Premier is very strong, and they are both for the space application as well as for the weapon applications as well. And this partnership would enable us to towards a journey of making a complete weapon by ourselves without having any interdependency with any other company. At the same time, it will also it is also going to bring us a lot of synergy in terms of becoming a prime OEM for the weapons that we are in-house developing. So that was the core this thing. Not only specifically in terms of the missile programs, but various other ammunition programs, where we are very strong in fuses and we are very strong in the engineering and other aspects. This is something partnership by virtue of acquiring the holding in the Premier would make us an integrated defense platform company as far as the weapon, arms and ammunition point of view is concerned. With regards to the QR SAM, Mr. Karunakaran Reddy garu, our MD, would throw a light on that. Sir, over to you.
Yeah. Good evening. QR SAM is in the process of Bharat Electronics is going to take the order any time. In fact, the bidding and negotiation part is completed. Once BEL is going to take order, then missile portion order comes to BDL. BDL order value is something around, I'm expecting 11,000 to 12,000 crores kind of thing. And the first stage, actually, they're releasing for only 1,000 numbers QR SAM this thing. So each missile, 1 crore plus component will be there. We are doing one is complete guidance system, onboard computer and all we are doing. And also front and rear actuation system also we are doing almost 5 subsystems for QR SAM we are doing. More than 1 crore what component will be there in QR SAM. In case of HAL we are doing not big orders. I think some 150 crore order only we are doing right now. We are expecting another 150 crore order we are expecting from HAL. And LCA Mark 1, Mark 2, we are doing a number of systems. Mark 1, this thing is only a couple of systems, two systems only, in fact, our participation is there. Yeah, that's all.
No, sir, great. Thank you so much for the elaborate answer. Maybe I'll understand offline with Cypher on the Premier and Ideal. Thank you, and all the best.
Yes, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Your next question comes from the line of Shreyans Gathani with SG Securities. Please go ahead.
Hi, good afternoon, sir. Good evening. I had a couple of questions. So the first one was on the Ideal transformation. So we still see losses there. So if you can give some plan on what we plan to do and any developments that have happened during the quarter on that besides the Coal India, which was already announced. So that was the first question. The second one was on the MIGM order. So now that we've got the DAC approval, so just if you could give some timelines and order value that we are expecting and how that order is going to progress over time, since we are pretty much going to get like what's with BTL.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. So regarding Ideal, the Q4 last financial year, it was an EBITDA positive. And this financial year, Q1, it is PAT positive, but the profitability was very less. This time, after the Coal India ban is lifted, we have only participated in a select, circles of the Coal India, where we felt that, we could do justice as far as this the shrinking margin business is concerned in the bulk explosives. There are some volumetric, it is primarily a volumetric game, and this time volumes are little less, and the various other accessories which the erstwhile, parent of Ideal used to manufacture, which was GOCL, That manufacturing process in Ideal will start eventually in next couple of quarters, which will give a added benefit to the bulk explosives supply, which will improve the margins going forward on the balance sheet point of view. But broadly, the various cost measures and the overhead measures related to post-acquisition of Ideal into Apollo's this thing has already been taken up well, and we could significantly reduce the multiple overheads associated with it. And going forward also, we are going to take a few more measures. This is a acquisition of loss-making company you're all aware of, and the process of restructuring is going on. We have already told that it will take at least 3 to 4 quarters for us bring up to this thing. That's what we are doing, and it's something which is going to be positive, fully positive from the next financial year. That is what I would like to talk about Ideal, and a lot of new
MIGM. Shall I answer MIGM? Yeah.
No, sir. Ideal, I'm completing, sir. Ideal, I'm completing. MIGM, you take up, sir. So, regarding there are new compounds that will further be manufactured, for which licenses are already obtained in it, and we are in the process of augmenting the infrastructure, after this, after Apollo has taken over it, actually, and that process is going on, and as and when the new plants get started, the revenue mix also is going to change, and that is going to change the overall numbers of it, is what we can assure to the market. Regarding MIGM, Mr. Reddy sir, will take it up. Sir, over to you.
Yeah, MIGM, as you know, that approval has come. We are expecting next month. We are expecting a call from Indian Navy. In fact, we are already discussing. This thing, before floating inquiry, they will be discussing with Apollo and BDL. After that, they are going to float the inquiry. Maybe anything next month end, they are going to float the inquiry. Order, we are expecting by December or January, we are expecting the purchase order. And I think, as you know, this total budget is 3,500 crore kind of thing, and it is good that they are also accepting 20% advance payment also is there in this. This is very good encouragement to our company, definitely. We are expecting MIGM 70% order. In fact, we are expecting from 3,500 crore deal.
Got it, sir. That's very helpful. So this 3,800 crore will be spread across a period of time, right? I would assume, like over 3 to 5 years.
They are expecting 3 years time. The 1,000 number they are expecting.
Okay. So just one follow up on the Ideal. So when we acquired our initial, our goal was to have integration into the defense space. So we've not done that yet. Just wanted to get some color on when we'll be able to, get sort of integration into our defense business.
Yeah, we will be doing consolidation, this Ideal and Premier, all these things, we will be coming out with, we are planning for number of production plants. We are in fact planning in Ideal and in fact Premier also. Premier side, we want to go for more and more integration facilities we want to set up. So I think next 2-3 months time, we will be coming out with our plan actually. So now the plan is changed. Before our plan was different. Now after the completion of the Premier acquisition, we are going to come out with our future plans.
Okay. So that will be very helpful to know. If you could, share offline or whenever. Would be very interested to know that. Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah. Thank you so much. That's all from my end. All the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question comes from Deepak Sharma, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Hi, good evening, Apollo and team. I have 2 questions. The first one, any forward-looking guidance in terms of revenue and EBITDA margin on consolidated and standalone basis for the next 2 or 3 years? And secondly, can you please quantify the order book size expecting from the QRSAM and MIGM, and in how much time frame that order book will be converted into the revenues? Thank you.
MIGM production will start from next financial year because we are expecting this order in this financial year. Sir, I'm right?
Yeah, you're correct. MIGM, even QSM also, the execution starts from next financial year only, in fact, yes.
Yeah. So regarding the guidance, we have been giving guidance earlier. We continue to stand by the same guidance as far as the growth is concerned. Somewhere in between 40 to 45% is the continued growth that we will continue to demonstrate, in this financial year onwards. For the next financial year, we'll give you a separate guidance at the end of this financial year.
So here I want to mention one point that we are coming out with the Unit 3. It's a huge facility what we are building now. First phase, in fact, we have already started production. Maybe the final production as a complete production activity, I think before March 27 we are going to start. Once the total capacity we are going to utilize, then our plan, future plans will be different. I think it will come out only once the total facility is operational. We are also looking for some export opportunities. So then I think anything after December only we are able to come out with new this thing actually.
Sir, actually I'm asking about the EBITDA margin guidance. Can you please...
Sai, can you say EBITDA margin? Yeah.
Sir, we are not giving EBITDA guidance anytime, sir, but the momentum will continue to be same. But the top line, as far as the EBITDA levels are concerned, but the top line guidance is something that we have given actually.
Yeah, definitely better than the present this thing. I can say better than the present this thing.
Okay, just 40-45% revenue CAGR in consolidated basis or the standalone basis?
The console basis as well as standalone both, sir, actually. The revenues in my subsidiary also are growing actually, and as well as the revenue in the Apollo is also growing. So it's a console, would also be similar actually.
Okay, thank you. Good luck.
Thank you. Your next question comes from Hiral Nandu and from Kalpavruksha Capital. Please go ahead.
Hello. Congratulations for the good Q1 results. Couple of questions have been already asked by other participants. I just want to understand one or 2 points. One is on one we have a premier explosive also on board on our group. So what could be the change in the current product revenue? Say for example, if we are selling a product at say 100 or 1000, so with the premier synergy, what could be the difference in the revenue side and the margin? Or it will be an independent? And I'm understanding it's the backward and forward integration. So what's the profile changes?
You mean to say as far as numbers in the console basis or as well as the numbers in the standalone? What is that question about?
So as a product, I am saying more of a product side or a revenue for the per product. When we say individual product, we were selling without premier, and what we will be selling post with premier.
Understood.
Here one point is so far we were depending on for explosive requirement, depending on MIL and other explosive companies. Once after acquisition of premier, now we will be having our own explosive this thing like MIGM is there. Without premier, I have to depend on a third party this thing. Once after acquisition, I will be having my own facility. So the production activity will be moving very fast compared to previous plants. That is one this thing I want to clarify to you. Sai, other things you can kindly call it.
Yeah. So that's on a broader aspect, and to a very specific point of view, I wanted to tell that the current consumption of explosive and propellants in our current business is very minuscule. But going forward from the next financial year, the orders related to MIGM and other class of rockets are going to increase. As the consumption starts, we will be able to give a more clarity in terms of the margin point of view. But definitely, in terms of compared to the outsourcing, as how MD sir has already told, there will be improvement because it is an in-house, production for us actually. Although on an, arm's length basis, so overall, on the margin levels point of view, on an outsourced basis compared to what is in-house, there will be an improvement. But as a comparative levels, I will not be able to tell because, in the current financial year and the previous financial year, the consumption of explosive and propellant is very minuscule compared to what is going to be for the next financial year.
Exactly. And that was the question came for, is that the product profile will also change. So current product profile would be say...
No. By acquisition, the product profile is not changing actually. The scope of the product is actually changing actually. That's how you have to look at it. Okay?
Exactly. Yes, got it. Secondly, just one more question on the Premier side. This open offer and all is expected to complete by what, 15th of September or more?
No, it's in the regulator's hand. It's very tough to comment. As and when it comes, we'll have to tell actually. I cannot give you a guidance on that particular thing.
And if I consider the total amount of fundraise for the open offer and for the acquisition of 41%, so it may sum up around 2,500, 2,600, and fund what we raised is around 3,300 crores.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
So any other plan of acquisition, or it will be more for a working capital or other purpose? The balance fund?
Already we have given a breakup of it actually, then out of which the proceeds 2,500 is going for the acquisition, around 500 crores is actually going for the working capital debt, and some for the general corporate purposes.
Got it. Sure. Thank you and all the best. Look forward for the further quarter growth.
Thank you so much.
Thank you and all the best.
so much.
Thank you. Our next question comes from the line of Ronak Singhvi with Nafa Asset Managers. Please go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, congratulations for the good set of numbers. Last quarter, you have mentioned that there's a huge demand of artillery shells in the Europe for which you are going to start something. So, I think it is for fuses or something else. If it is, then what stage we are in?
Artillery, this thing, Premier already doing testing, particularly 155 mm, this thing, in fact, Premier has provided some samples to Indian Army, they are testing, and I think some continuous orders expecting by Premier. And when we take the order, like other things like fuse and other things, like Apollo will be doing, and ammunition portion will be handled by Premier, like that.
Okay, so now the Premier has given samples for the shells or the complete shell
filled shells provided to Indian Army.
Okay. Thank you, sir. That's it from my side.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. The next question comes from Amit Kumar with HDFC Securities. Please go ahead.
Good evening, sir. Congratulations on the great quarter as well as acquisition of Premier. My question is, I want to kindly, if you can highlight the order book trajectory for next 3 years, including Premier. So right now we are at 1,700 crore at Concall level. Where do we go in 3 years, including the QRSAM orders which will be coming to Apollo as well as Premier? And if you could please provide some backup.
So, Premier is at in the CCI mode. Actually, we are not expected to comment anything about, their futuristic order book and all like. As far as we are concerned, the current order book stood at around 1,700. And, by end of this financial year, we are expecting a single order more than 2,500, 3,000 crores, which will cumulatively, could bring our order book to 3,500 to 4,000 odd crores is on a consolidated basis. Okay. So this is the guidance, that we can give based on the new AON that has already been accorded. It is already there in the news actually. So beyond that, for the Premier, we are not in a position to give any update as of now.
We are expecting QRSAM is one case, and Akash NG also some 1,000 number already MOD has cleared. And other one is 2000 number, Pinaka also, MOD is going to place the orders and 2-3 vendors. And Pinaka also is there. Bulk, I'm talking about only bulk production, not small things I'm not quoting here. So all these things, we are expecting this financial year. QRSM and MIGM, we are expecting this financial year before this financial year. And partly we are also expecting Pinaka orders also we are expecting.
Okay, sir. Helpful. So this QRSAM and Pinaka, if you can quantify a little bit, even approximate figure would be helpful.
Pinaka 2000 number, Army is negotiating. Already negotiation is completed. I think anytime this 2-3 companies are going to take the orders. And our component size is something like 85 lakhs each Pinaka we are supplying. So QRSAM already I clarified more than 1 crore component goes into QRSAM. Even Akash NG also same value like QRSAM. More than 1 crore component goes into Akash NG also. Each Akash NG and QRSAM each 1000 number MOD is now looking for.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question comes from the line of Samir, an individual investor. Please go ahead. Samir, your line is unmuted. Please proceed with your question. Samir, if you have muted the line from your end, I would request you to unmute and please proceed with your question. Since there is no response from the line of current participant, we'll move on to our next question. Our next question comes from the line of Ashit Kotif with Almonds Global Securities Limited. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Good evening, sir. Thanks for the opportunity. I just wanted to ask was, hello, can you hear me?
Yeah. Very much.
Yeah. Sir, wanted to understand, are we planning to kind of merge our explosive business with Premier, or is it going to be that whatever is there in Apollo will remain with Apollo and Premier will remain as a separate entity?
Sir, it's
At present, we are going to operate separately only.
So, Apollo, what it has acquired of Ideal, it will not get merged with, say, for synergy and ease of operation?
Sir, it is future, sir. It is not appropriate to comment at this point of time. We'll definitely keep you posted once Premier acquisition is complete over few quarters. We will be definitely be vocal on it.
Okay. Thank you. I'll come again in line.
Definitely, sir.
Thank you. Your next question comes from the line of Balaji, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Very good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Thank you for this opportunity. Congratulations on your Premier Explosive acquisition. And there is no questions because you are doing a very fantastic job, Karnaka Reddy sir and Sai sir. Hope in Hyderabad recent last 1 week, Laurus and East in terms of market cap, they achieved 2 lakh crores market cap and 1 lakh crore market cap. In future, I am hoping Apollo Micro also do the best of numbers very soon. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for your wishes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Balaji.
Thank you. Your next question comes from the line of Meet Gada with Sanghvi Family Office. Please go ahead.
Hi team. Hope I am audible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Please.
So congratulations on the successful fundraise and best Q1 performance. Sir, actually, I wanted to understand that what is the strategy on this autonomous weapons and platforms as we are doing smart bombs, kamikaze boards, ASW surveillance, etc. And what kind of order visibility or engagements are happening for the same with the forces?
Sai, I will answer regarding the smart bomb. In fact, we are already working with Pinaka. It's a surface to surface. We are also same time working with one program called Thara. It is air to surface, air to air kind of thing. This smart bomb also, what they are looking for is want to make it smart with the guidance and all, with the range extension. So we are familiar with this technology. I'm sure very soon we are going to establish this technology. And once Air Force is satisfied with the performance, and I'm sure the good numbers requirement is there. Air Force is having thousands of inventory they are holding. The under the modernization scheme, no, like they want to make, no, like they want to convert it to smart bombs actually. That is a big requirement is there. Sai, other things kindly answer, Sai.
Yeah. So primarily, as you all are aware that, future is the autonomy, both as land, air and sea. And, there are certain, elements related to the autonomy, which we have already developed as part of the DRDO programs. So the current autonomy related semi-submersible, surveillance vehicle, PSO, which we have received from the Indian Navy, is a next generation ISR, a requirement from Indian Navy, for which multiple build blocks, we have already developed and proven for some of the programs, existing programs, and going forward, we'll also be building a swarm of autonomous USVs actually. A new program is coming up for which the activity has already started in the company. So going forward in the autonomy area, this financial year and the next financial year, companies will be heavily investing on the autonomy segment in land, air as well as in the sea. Out of which, now that there is a PSO sanction orders and a firm definite, commitments coming out from the armed forces, we will accelerate our internal, development activity as well. In terms of the size of the orders, it is actually very humongous. I am not really commenting it anything now, but I would like to say that, even if players, 2 or 3 players, get into the fray and prove their, metal in out of it also, still everyone would continue to enjoy few thousands of crore worth orders actually.
So this program will be integrated with your Premier, IDL and Apollo altogether, or it is pure Apollo and part of...
It is pure Apollo.
Pure Apollo right now, yes.
Understood. And sir, just wanted to understand, like, from the company who leads the integration part, when we'll have Premier and IDL per se, and what kind of, are we hiring any consultants, or what kind of activities you are thinking to go about in the future?
You see, actually, nowadays the technology is getting disruptive. And if you see, the thought process with which we are going, wherever we have a capability, we are building further, catapulting on the capability by investing further on the R&D on it. Wherever we do not have a capability, we are partnering and, making an alliance with appropriate industries or an academy, in terms of, strategically getting into that particular technology with the existing build blocks that the company already has. So, yeah, we do have significant, advisors who are scientists retired from the DRDO. At the same time, we have also partnered with some of the academy, for some of the deep research requirements and other things, product building, production, manufacturing, and existing build blocks of IP, both in terms of hardware and software, something which we already have, which are already proven. So that's the strategy, with which we are, going ahead.
So lastly, in terms of these capabilities which you are trying to build, what are the missing links in the overall chain? Like, can we expect any further acquisitions considering the funds we have right now? Any thoughts on that front?
There are a lot, you will start getting to hear from us, from time to time. Please keep a watch on the stock.
Yeah, next couple of months, I think we are going to hear
Sorry, you were saying something.
The 2-3 companies we are planning to acquire. I think maybe this is not the right time to once we sign invoice with this company, then we are going to announce in the thing.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much. That's it from me.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question comes from Samir, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Hello. Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, please. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. I wanted to understand what is the percentage of R&D as percentage of the revenue. That is my first question. And second question is how much export we are doing and how is the margin on export as compared to the domestic orders?
These are the questions, Samir?
Yes, sir.
So currently the export, revenue is nil. So there's no question of again a margin point of view is concerned. And in terms of the R&D, the average spend on R&D is around 6 to 8% traditionally for last 3-4 years. As far as the last financial year is concerned, let me just look at the number. Last financial year we have spent close to around 27.63 crores on R&D over a revenue of around 760 odd crores, which is translating to something like around how much percentage coming?
4%.
Yeah, around 4%.
Sure. And in terms of the export, are we expecting some export orders?
Yeah. Once our unit 3 is ready, operationally ready, then we are going to accept some export orders also.
Sure. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question comes from Vinay Kumar Dagolu, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
No, it is 18% actually. It's not 4%.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm wondering. Yes, correct. It's more actually compared to previous years.
Right, we have our next question coming from the line of Dipanshu Bhatia with Finviz. Please go ahead.
Hello, am I audible, sir?
Yeah, please.
Yeah. So we had some make to for anti-drone in July 24, right?
Their financial year is what?
Hello?
Yeah. No, actually the figure for the R&D for the entire financial year we told wrongly actually. I'll tell you the right figure before the end of this call, okay? Yeah, please continue with the question.
So we have a make to orders for anti-drone in July 24. So it had, I think, 75 weeks for trial or something. So are we going into production and where is it now?
No, it is yet to go for trials actually. We are getting ready for the trials.
Okay, trials. So is there, if the trials are successful, is there a pre-commitment for the orders or once after the trial we have to figure out the orders or something?
No, generally there is no pre-commitments actually. After that, there is a lot of opportunity and requirement is there. Once the trials are complete, then the orders will flow in.
I think 2 years back you also mentioned the TAM of this opportunity. Once the trial is completed, what's the TAM for domestic and export? Any idea of the size of opportunity in future?
Size is very high. TAM is continuously dynamically changing actually. So I will be able to give you a guidance around December ending quarter on the opportunity size that it could culminate into. But currently it is scheduled for trials in next few months down the line. Once the trials are complete, I'll get some more clarity and visibility. Then definitely I will share it with you.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question comes from the line of Jaikant Kasturi with Bandhan AMC Alternates. Please go ahead.
Hello. Yeah. Good evening, everyone. So am I audible?
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Sir, congratulations on good set of numbers. Sir, in terms of order execution for the rest of the financial year, what are the major orders do you see it? And if you can put in terms of numbers, how do you see it going forward? You are already mentioned in terms of where do you see in terms of the order book. And for probably for the next year, how do you see it in major orders you're expecting? And if you can talk something with regards, so I know I understand with regards to Project Kusha, it's a long term. So where do you see in terms of your capabilities and in terms of the addressable size is possible? Yeah.
So Kusha, MD sir will answer, but I will tell you the current order book is spread across this financial year and partly it will also spill over to the next financial year. In terms of, what orders, we are not, making any disclosures of that, what orders are getting executed. But as in terms of the order book is already, answered to you that we are expecting a very large orders coming out of QRSAM as well as in the MIGM and other things in this financial year, which will culminate into a sizable orders, by end of this financial year. So regarding Kusha, MD sir will take the call.
Yeah, Kusha, 150 kilometer range one already recently tested. You must have seen that news. In fact, we are expecting appreciation letter from Prime Minister Office very soon. And our contribution in Kusha is very high. Almost 7 very critical subsystems Apollo has supplied. And a very critical actuation system, the front and rear actuation system and many of other onboard systems also we have supplied. And converting it to order, no, it may take 2-3 years time, I think definitely. It is going in a fast tracking, in fact. This is one version testing is completed and 2 more versions now, like 150 kilometer one testing is completed, 250 and 500 kilometer one. I think next few months DRDO is going to do the trials.
Sir, if you can talk about in terms of now that you have done in the explosive side, so in terms of all the platforms for the drones, any thought process going forward, and now that you have gone into this autonomous surface vehicle, swarm vehicles which you're planning, so if there is any, are you talking to any partners or you're planning to go ahead with yourself? How do you see it?
Right.
Sir, I didn't get your question, sir, actually.
No, I was talking about in terms of the platforms for your aerial drones, that your unmanned aerial vehicles. So, how do you see it? Any plans with that now that surface vessels and also getting into swarm vessels? So, any plans going by yourself or you're planning to partner with someone?
Certain things we are doing by ourselves, sir. We have built capability and, some of them, the products are almost ready actually, and some of them they are on the board, engineering board levels. And in some cases, where we need a capability to be bring up, we are also talking to few players who have a mature technology with them, both domestic as well as international.
And the aerial bombs we have already established 1 kg to 25 kg. Some 9 variants already testing we have completed. And we received acceptance also recently. The other thing, drones and all, we are going to have tie with some of the companies.
Yeah, that's from my side, sir. Thank you. Definitely would love to come down to Hyderabad and definitely see your facilities. Thank you.
Anytime, please come. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question comes from the line of Vinay Kumar Dagolu, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Hi. Good afternoon, Karnakarji and Saiji. Recently, in the last 1 month, we have seen 2 or 3 press releases from yourself, very detailed ones. Thank you for them, on the ASW, IPREK and SDD. I just would like to understand, I think among the 3 SDD, I think the pilot you have mentioned is complete. What is the situation with the other 2? Means what were the rough timelines for the pilots? And once the pilots are done, what kind of, I know you have mentioned some large opportunity sizes in your press releases, but what is that we can really expect from these 3, like say ASW, IPREK and SDD, over the, like say, medium term, 3 years down the line? What kind of things that Apollo can see? And the second question related to that is, how is the Premier's experience or whatever we call as the acquisition? Is there any synergy of Premier in any of these 3 propositions? I would think maybe IPREK, but I would love to hear from you. Thank you.
IPRAK is only a conversion system primarily now to start with and to a certain extent. And for the semi-submersible system, there is no explosive or a propulsion requirement is there. SDD, indeed there will be, but it's a very, very, minuscule. It's only a, small, portion. So as far as the premier or ideal point of view, energetics point of view is concerned, in terms of the TAM of these things, is already something which we have, given very much in detail in the press release. And in terms of the completion, of this two PSOs of under Make 2, the expectation of the, customer is to, complete in a span of 18 months, which may be, completed within that period, or maybe a spillover or maybe a little ahead or something like that. Post which, we can start expecting an order in an year's time from there actually. So that's the rough, timelines that, we can give you about that.
So we can expect sometime late 29 is what you're roughly saying. Late 29.
Next financial year we are expecting, as per the Indian Navy this thing, next financial year we are expecting.
Yes. Okay. That's fine. Thank you. That's all from my side.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. We take our next question coming from the line of Pratik, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Good evening, sir. First of all, I want to ask Sai, sir. I hope your left hand is doing okay. I saw in the presentation in one of the images that you have some injury in the left hand.
Thanks, Pratik. Yeah, it's good. Yeah. Small adventure at airport. I've just fallen actually. So, addiction to mobile, all of you should not watch mobile when you are actually walking. Is a disclaimer and, warning for all of us. Thank you so much for, asking. It's fine now. Recovering.
Okay. Good to know, sir. Sir, firstly, I want to ask about on the exports front. Can you please help me understand the entire process? As in, do we get direct orders from different countries? Or is it through DRDO, HAL and institutions like these?
So, going to be direct orders only, yeah. You can clarify, sir, yeah.
Yeah, so we are expecting some direct opportunities from various countries. Obviously we will be, supplying to friendly countries subjected to again approval from the ministry for specific export of the specific item. Okay. So every product that we get an opportunity, end of the day ministry has to give a clearance, whether we can export or not. And it is irrespective of the country for that specific product again, and for that specific country, the approvals will begin. That's the process. As far as the process is concerned, we have, already started, submitting our offers for various matured product line, for different customers. And, as good as any other procurement cycle is concerned, the defense procurement, and so is the case with the export opportunities as well. As MD has already, pointed that, certain opportunities related to various systems where we have to, produce in mass. We were going a little slow till such time our Unit 3 gets, commissioned fully, which we are expecting in next couple of quarters to be fully ready and, start occupying them. Then we will get more aggressive. But at the same time, we are going with a steady pace, talking and engaging with the customers on a continual basis, and showcasing the product line. In some of the cases, we have started submitting offers also. We are constantly doing this. This financial year, we are likely to get some meaningfully good breakthrough orders is what I can broadly say, but I will not be able to give a firm commitment and guidance. But for next financial year, for sure, there will be a sizable orders, which will be pulled in terms of the export opportunities is what, the current guidance I can confidently give.
So will that export opportunity add to the overall revenue guidance that you have given, or you're including that?
Excluding.
It is excluding. Okay. Fine. And my second question is with respect to the promoter pledge part. So as I can see, I think the promoter pledge part has come down in the June quarter. Are we still on track to bringing it down to zero by this financial year?
I think next 1 year, I think we'll reduce. I think it is going to take another 1 year to close all the pledge part.
So I assume by Q1 of FY28.
Yeah, definitely. That is what I'm planning, yes.
Okay. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our next question comes from the line of Arav Gupta, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah, please. Go ahead.
Yeah, my question is regarding the 500 kg smart bomb Air Force Make 2 program. So will that be the first thing we are going to merge with the Premier Explosive?
It has nothing to do with the Premier Explosive. It has nothing to do with the Premier Explosive.
Here the only guidance portion will be adding. I think for range extension and all, we are going to take Premier this thing support.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We take our next question from Karthik, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Good evening, sir. Hope I am audible. I just want to know the status of the moved mines and the limpet mines. I know we have received the AON for the moved mines. Can you please elaborate on it, sir?
Yeah, moved mine comeback trials already we have completed. Anytime this month we are going to hand over to Indian Navy. In fact, we are expecting anytime call from Indian Navy. We are going to have one celebration. That is one part. Moved mine also, I think, I am sure next 2 weeks time we are going to announce. I think we are going to sign DCP as a DCP partner. This thing we are going to have the contract.
So can we expect any orders in this financial year, sir?
Moved mine orders we are expecting next financial year only, not this year. We are yet to complete the technical trials. Once we complete technical trials, then the order flow will be there.
What is the status of
limpet mine? We have already completed. Limpet mine we have completed, and limpet mine we have maybe start getting orders. Maybe fourth quarter onwards, maybe we are expecting orders. But moved mine next financial year only we are expecting.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Our next question comes from the line of Subramaniam, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Thank you, sir. I just have one question. Are we expecting any further fundraise during this financial year or the next financial year, sir?
We'll reach out to you, sir. Currently, there is nothing that, we're just trying to consolidate the current preferential round, once the exchange approval comes and all, I'm not in a position to, comment anything on that. It's quite futuristic. But I just want to give a heads up and make an understanding to investors that, we are getting quite agile and dynamic. Please keep a watch on the stock. A lot of disclosures keeps coming from time to time.
Okay. Fair enough, sir. Thank you so much. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. As there are no further questions, I now hand the conference over to the management for closing comments.
Thanks so much, Isaac. Thank you so much, lovely investors. You have spent your time on a Saturday, awaken of 6 o'clock, in the evening, and thank you so much once again. And before I can make a conclusion, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge and the continued support and confidence of the MOD and the Government of India in India's defense manufacturing ecosystem. India's defense sector is at an important inflection point. The focus on indigenization, advanced technology and self-reliance is creating a strong foundation for the country to develop critical defense capabilities within India. We believe this transformation presents a significant opportunity for Indian defense companies to innovate, scale and contribute meaningfully to the nation's security. At Apollo Micro Systems, we are proud to be part of this journey. Our focus remains on developing mission-critical technology-driven solutions that enhance the capabilities and operational readiness of our armed forces. We will continue to invest in technology, build indigenous capabilities, and respond to the evolving requirements of modern warfare. At this point of time, something which I have forgotten, I have wanted to also share that the last year revenue stood at 764 crores, and the investment in R&D at 72.53 crores, which translates to close to 9.5% in R&D. The numbers that we slipped out, in telling, to a prior question by one of our investors. I'll continue further. For us, defense is more than a business opportunity. It is a responsibility to the nation. We remain committed to supporting our armed forces with the technology and solutions they need to remain prepared for every challenge. I would also like to thank our investors and analysts for their continued trust, participation, and valuable feedback. Your confidence strengthens our resolve to keep raising the bar and creating sustainable long-term value. We look forward to welcoming you to our facilities, where you can experience our capabilities and initiatives firsthand. Should you have any further questions or feedback, our investor relations team will be happy to engage with you at investors.relations@apollo-micro.com. Thank you once again for your time, trust, and continued support. We look forward to reconnecting with you during our Q2 update. Having a great weekend ahead. Jai Hind.
Thank you. Thank you all the members of the management. On behalf of ICICI Securities Limited, that concludes this conference. Thank you everyone for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines.
Thank you.